Hey there, amazing souls. Welcome to another edition of Monday's Ask Susan, your transformational, motivational Monday moment. If you love this, share it. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're right here on our Congruent Living Facebook, welcome, welcome, welcome. Have you ever noticed how some of the most profound moments of growth happen when we question, seek, and wonder? Well, this week's question for our Ask Susan transformational, motivational mindset moment comes in from Ariel, a member of our Congruent Living community. Ariel's question beautifully captures a sentiment many of us are sharing right now. Ariel asks, Susan, why do I feel so distracted by the world news and the holidays coming up and the demands of what I used to do at this time of year and what I don't want to do anymore? And it feels like I've got so much on my plate. I'm super stressed and I can't seem to focus on just getting one thing done. Well, Ariel, thank you so much for sharing your question. It resonates with so many of us today. So today we're going to explore how living in the question, as that's the theme this month and every month, holds transformative powers, even in the midst of distractions. So what I'm going to do today is guide you through 5 of the most powerful questions that I find that you can ask that will actually transform your focus. And I'm also going to give you exercises for each one that will help break down the shackles of distraction. So let's embark on this journey together. Start with number 1, the power of prioritization. So what's the number one thing that I got to get ready here, get grounded. What's the number one thing that if you started doing it would have the biggest positive impact on your life? It's about unraveling the importance of prioritizing and avoiding the trap of multitasking. Remember, less is often more when it comes to focus. So take out a piece of paper or your journal. Here comes the exercise. And list 3 major tasks or projects you're currently working on. Now, identify the one task that if you completed it would have the most significant positive impact on your life and your being, would have you feeling like, yes, good for me. Now, I want you to commit to focusing on this task for a set amount of time each day to avoid the urge to multitask. It's time to embrace this power of single tasking to enhance and invite in focus and in productivity. That's a hard one, right? So how many of us were congratulated for getting a lot of done all at the same time? No. Focus. The brain actually loves focus. Number 2, let's embrace imperfection. So what is good enough is the question. Letting go of perfectionism and embracing the idea of better done than none, it's a powerful mindset. It's about challenging ourselves without the burden of unrealistic expectations. So here's your exercise. Think about a project or task you've been procrastinating on that you actually desire to create, but you put it aside because it's not perfect yet, or it won't be perfect, or you bring in all your judgments, or you share it with somebody else and they criticize it. Whatever that is, I want you to set a timer for 20 minutes and start working on that project without the pressure of having to achieve perfection. Embrace the concept of better done than none during this time. Afterwards, reflect on the progress you've made, appreciate you, acknowledge you, gratitude for you, and acknowledge the freedom that comes with releasing the need for perfection and honoring your commitment to getting the project done one step at a time. Now, question number 3. This is a tough one. It's about uncovering your motivation. What do you really want? And how might you be stopping yourself from getting that? So dive deep into understanding your motivations. Those are your internal barriers that pop up when you start to ask yourself about what's motivating me. So when Ariel asks, why am I so distracted lately? The question for you is, Ariel, is what's the value of holding on to this distraction? Motivation plays a key role in sustaining focus through a project. And so I want you to explore the distractions that can unveil all of these underlying reasons. So a great one for this is, what's the value of distracting myself? Really, really roll up your sleeves. Work on this one. What are you getting out of being distracted? It's very interesting if you actually sit with that one. So what's your exercise? Create a distraction diary. For 1 week, I want you, whenever you find yourself distracted, jot down the activity or thought that has pulled your focus away. At the end of the week, review your diary to identify the patterns. Are certain distractions linked to specific tasks or emotions? This exercise can help you uncover the motivations behind distractions and develop strategies to address them. You can only develop those strategies if you're willing to be gut honest with yourself. Check in on that diary or journal and note when you're being distracted and how are you feeling when you buy into that distraction as true and real. Which brings us to question number 5. What's my long-term vision? In 10 years' time, what am I asking for? How does that relate to what I'm creating now? In 10 years' time, what will be most important to me? Is getting everybody sitting around the holiday table at exactly where you want them to be the most important thing for you 10 years from now? I'll let you in on a little secret. Well, not a secret, but when I was many years ago, I used to pride myself at making sure everybody sat at the table, the holiday table, all at the same time. And at that point, we had about 33 cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, like from the age of 3 months to 93. And I wanted to make sure everybody had a seat at the table. And at some point, everybody started growing and we had more. And I said to my daughters, what do I do here? And they said, Mom, have you ever thought about just having a buffet? And I realized, oh, that would be so much easier. And I had prided myself on the fact that I'm the kind of person that can find everybody a seat at the table. Well, does that matter really 10 years from now? Does that matter if really the target is having a gathering of family who haven't seen each other in a year? Do they care where they sit? No. So I had to really ask myself in 10 years' time, what will be most important to me here? So I want you to explore the concept of long-term vision and how it can guide your choices, taking you beyond short-term mindset and focusing on creating a life you love. By the way, sidebar, we're going into our 45th year of this family gathering as we head into the holidays this year. And yes, it's a buffet and everybody has the beautiful choice to sit wherever they want and they love it. So visualize where you want to be in 10 years. And I want you to express it through images, words, or drawings, whatever that is for you. Be present with that. If you're a vision board person, cut things out, put them on a vision board. If you're the kind of person that likes to express it through drawings or writing or words or notes, do that. But keep this visual representation in place where you see it regularly. When faced with decisions or distractions, refer to this vision and stay aligned with your long-term aspirations. Oh, I said that was number 5. That was number 4. Number 5 is the big one. Are you willing to shift how you see yourself? This is all about shifting identity. Who do I need to become to do what I'm asking to do? So here's your exercise. Identify a dream target or project that aligns with your long-term vision and create a list or even a short-term one. Maybe it's getting something done tomorrow. Maybe it's getting something done for a month. Whatever that is for you, list the qualities or characteristics you believe someone who achieves this dream target or project would possess. Be with that. Breathe it in. Yeah. Be with that. Write them down. What are those characteristics? Honoring my commitment to myself, getting up an hour early, whatever that is for you, keeping a budget, whatever that is for you. And each day choose one characteristic and embody it intentionally as you work on your tasks. Shift your identity from somebody who, I don't know how to, I never could, it always happens to me. This always happens every year. I can't deal with the news anymore. Whatever that is for you, choose a characteristic of somebody who actually is willing to live with love extending from their heart, being present with being the presence of creating a difference in the world. What is that? And how are you creating a ripple in your own life and with one best step at a time? What are the qualities of that person? So each day, I want you to choose one of those qualities and embody it intentionally as you work on your tasks. This exercise helps you shift your self-concept and gradually align your identity with the person you're asking to be. So as we wrap up today's journey into the power of living in the question, Ariel's question remains at the forefront. Remember, your life is a magnificent tapestry woven with the threads of your questions, your curiosity, and your willingness to explore the unknown. Ariel, amidst the distractions, remember that embracing the question is the key to unlocking the extraordinary potential that resides within you and within all of us. So thank you, Ariel, for your insightful question, and to everyone joining me in on this exploration. Now, if this resonated with you, or if you have your own questions to share, drop them in the comments below. I check in every day. And let's continue this conversation. Always stay curious and keep questioning and being in the question. Until next time, live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be. And an extra sidebar, the 12th is our book launch. So come and join me on the Congruent Living Facebook, or we have a Zoom link as well. Check in on the Congruent Living Facebook and we'll have it right here for you. And on the 25th, I'm going to do an extra special live Ask Susan for all of those people who are looking for a place and space to be, who'd like to connect, who are feeling like they have a question, or who are feeling like they don't have a question. They just want to celebrate being alive. That's why it's alive. December 25th, Ask Susan, right here in the Congruent Living Facebook. All right. I love you all. And yeah, have an amazing day. Go out there and get it. It's yours. It's already here.